Hello dear students. In the previous session we have discussed the basic concepts of partial differential equations. Before that we just studied the function of several variables. From that we connected the dots to our partial differential equation, and also we have seen the origin of PDEs, that is from the equation how we can generate the partial differential equations, isn't it? So origin of PDEs actually basically consist of two parts. One is by eliminating the arbitrary function and another is eliminating the arbitrary constant. In the example we have shown that by eliminating the arbitrary constants we can get the partial differential equations from the equation, right? So similarly we can solve for function also, that is nothing but eliminating the arbitrary functions. So in this session we will discuss the classification of partial differential equations. So here also when it comes to first order differential equation, that is partially differential equation, we will classify the equations into three forms. One is semi-linear, another one is quasi-linear, and one more is non-linear partial differential equations. Okay, in order to explain that, I will consider one basic general differential equation, that is partial differential equation. So consider A into dou u by dou x plus B into dou u by dou y is equal to C. This is my partial differential equation. I will call this equation as equation number 1. So now based on the values of a, b and c, we will classify our partial differential equation into three forms. Okay, so now let us see the cases. In the first case, if a is a function of x and y and b is a function of x and y and c is a function of x, y, u, then your equation 1 is called semi-linear partial differential equations. Okay, semi-linear partial differential equation. For example, I will consider example as ux plus uy is equal to u minus 1. So now if you compare this example with your equation 1, that is your general PDE, here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 1 and c is equal to u minus 1, right? So now you can say that a is constant, b is constant and c is a function of u, right? So this is an example for semi-linear partial differential equation, or your equation may be in the form of k into ux plus uy is equal to u square. Here a is equal to k, b is 1 and c is u square, right? So this is an example for semi-linear partial differential equation. Now let's move to quasi-linear partial differential equations. So here if a is a function of x, y and u, b is a function of x, y and u, and c is a function of x, y and u. If this is the case, then equation 1 is called quasi-linear PDE. Okay, for this the examples are ux plus uy is equal to 0. So a is equal to u, b is equal to 1, c is equal to 0. Right, if I compare this equation with my general equation, the value of a is u and b is 1 and c is equal to 0. This is nothing but your quasi-linear PDE. So as I mentioned here, a should be a function of x, y, u, b is a function of x, y, u and c is a function of x, y, u. It may be a constant function or it consists of these variables. Okay. So let's see one more example. Y minus u into ux plus u minus x into uy is equal to x minus y. So here a is equal to y minus u. So you can easily say a is a function of y and u, right? Similarly, b is equal to u minus x. That means b is a function of x and u. And c is equal to x minus y. That is, c is a function of x and y here. So this is an example for your quasi-linear partial differential equation. So the last one is non-linear PDE. That is, any partial differential equation of the form f is a function of x, y, u, dou u by dou x, dou u by dou y. Any function of this form can be non-linear PDE. Is that clear? So example I can give it as PQ minus U is equal to 0. So PQ means, from the notation we can say that here I have in the previous session we have used z is a function of f of x square minus y square. For that p became dou z by dou x. But in this example, in the place of z I have u. So your p will be dou u by dou x, right? So q will be dou u by dou y. Now dou u by dou x and dou u by dou y exist means we can say that there exist x and y also, right? PQ exists if and only if xy exist, right? So this function consists of x, y, u, dou u by dou x and dou u by dou y. So this is an example for non-linear partial differential equation. One more example is p square x plus qy minus u is equal to 0. So even in this example we have x, y, u, dou u by dou x as well as dou u by dou y. Also we have second order, right? So this is an example for non-linear PDE. This is nothing but your classification of partial differential equations. So when we move to second order differential equations, there we will classify our second order differential equation into three types, that is parabolic, elliptic and hyperbolic. Those things will come in the later on classes. Okay, so now let's move to next topic, that is geometrical interpretation of partial differential equations. In order to explain the geometrical meaning or geometrical interpretations of PDE, let us first consider a function. Consider z is equal to f of x comma y. So my function consists of two variables x and y. For this I will draw a graph. From that graph let us explain the meaning of our partial differential equation. Okay. Let us consider for this function, this is the graph I am obtaining. Okay. This curve is nothing but f of x comma y. So now for this graph I will consider this graph at point say x0 comma y0. So now I will denote that point in my xy coordinate. So this is xy. So I will consider one point. This is x0 comma y0. So we are considering a point in a domain. Let's see where this point reflect on my function. Okay. So for this point, the reflection on my function is somewhere here, right? So now this point is nothing but, this is nothing but y0. So component of this is on y axis, and for this x0 point the component will be along x axis, right? This is x0. So we are getting two components here. One is x component, another one is y component. So now if you carefully observe this, we can say that here x0 is constant and y0 is varying, right? When it comes to y component, y0 is constant and the value of x keeps on changing. Now I will consider this part. If you observe this part, for different values of your y, you will get a curve, right? So let us consider this is the curve I am obtaining for different values of your y, and when x0 is constant. Okay, so similarly when y0 is constant for different values of your x, I will get one more curve here. Before that, what I will do is, so this is one curve means I can say that this is function of single variable. For this I can draw a tangent, right? Let me draw a tangent first. This is the tangent when x0 is constant and y keeps on changing, right? So now for this, when I look at this line, I will get one more curve. For that also I can draw a tangent, since that curve is respected to only single variable where your x0 is constant, sorry, y0 is constant, right? You can observe here, this is the curve when y0 is constant and I have drawn a tangent for this curve. Okay, this tangent is nothing but at the point x comma y0, right? Now since I have two tangents or two lines, for this lines or for this tangent I can draw a tangent plane, right? This is the tangent plane now for the point x0 comma y0 comma f of x0 comma y0. So we have just considered this at this point, right? So this is the plane I'm getting, this is the tangent plane I'm getting for the point x0, y0 and f of x0 comma y0. This is how we represent the function in terms of graphically. So since we know that the geometrical meaning of differential equation is slope of the tangent, right? Now I will use that concept and I will implement that concept here. So since I'm getting a tangent means this is nothing but your derivative. You can observe this tangent is for a derivative when y0 is constant, and this is the tangent means this line is the derivative when x0 is constant, right? So now let's implement this concept to our differential equation. Before that I will recall one thing, the definition of our derivative. So that is nothing but dou f by f dash of x0 is nothing but limit as h tends to 0 f of x0 plus h minus f of x naught divided by h. This is our derivative, right? F dash of x naught is nothing but df by dx naught. This is for single variable. But now we have considered two variables. One is x and another one is y. So now I have to find out the function derivatives for two variables, that is for f of x comma y I can write dou f by dou x. This is at x naught comma y naught. This will be equal to, so at x naught y naught means first I have to consider y naught is constant and x is changing. Y naught is constant and x is changing, right? So now limit h tends to 0 divided by h as it is. Just compare with this derivatives. So here I had only one variables, but here now I have to consider two variables, right? So f of first variable comma second variable minus f of first variable comma second variable. When I am differentiating my function with respect to x means here y naught is constant. So I will rewrite the constant thing as it is x naught plus h. This is x naught. So this is nothing but partial derivative of function f with respect to x by keeping y naught constant. Similarly, we can write for dou f by dou y of function x naught comma y naught is equal to limit h tends to infinity function of two variables whole divided by h. Here I am differentiating my function with respect to y means I have to keep x terms as constant. So x naught comma y naught plus h minus x naught comma y naught. So this is nothing but a geometrical interpretations of partial differential equations. You can see the difference when it comes to ordinary differential equations, that is for only one independent variable. You will not get more variables here. This is respect to only one independent variable. But when it comes to partial differential equation, you will be having more than one independent variable, right?